Once upon a time, in a quaint village lived a woman who longed for a tiny little child. So, she went to see a kind fairy, who gave her a special seed. "Plant this in a flower pot," the fairy said with a twinkle in her eye. The woman did as she was told, and soon, a magnificent flower bloomed. To her amazement, there inside the petals lay a small girl, no bigger than her thumb. She named her Thumbelina. Thumbelina lived happily in her beautiful flower house, singing with the birds and playing with the dew. But one night, while she was fast asleep, a greedy, grumpy toad who lived by the pond took her away. The toad wanted Thumbelina to marry her son, so she placed her on a lily pad, thinking it was an excellent idea. Poor Thumbelina was scared and alone, but soon the kind-hearted fish in the pond heard her crying. Wiggle, waggle went the fish, and they nibbled the stem of the lily pad, setting Thumbelina free to float away. She drifted far from the toad's home, enjoying her newfound freedom until a giant beetle swooped down and carried her away to a tree. The beetle was impressed by her beauty, but the other beetles did not appreciate the little girl. "She's so different," they said. Feeling rejected, the beetle left Thumbelina alone in the trees. She was lonely, but she discovered a beautiful butterfly who became her friend, and together they explored the woods. As autumn arrived and the leaves turned gold, Thumbelina realized she had to find a place to shelter for winter. Luckily, she met a friendly field mouse who took her in, allowing her to stay warm and cozy underground. The kind field mouse helped her, but when winter was nearly over, the mouse's neighbor, a wealthy mole, decided he wanted to marry Thumbelina. Thumbelina did not want to marry the mole because he disliked the sunshine and flowers. Just as things looked bleak for her, a miracle happened. In the passage connecting the mole's home to the field mouse's lived a swallow that Thumbelina had cared for while it was ill. Feeling strong again, the swallow thanked Thumbelina and asked her to come to its home in a faraway land filled with warmth and flowers all year round. Thumbelina climbed onto the swallow's back, and off they flew. Over hills, valleys, and rivers they soared together, until they came to a place more beautiful than Thumbelina had ever seen. It was an endless garden of color, with a vast community of flowers blooming under the sun. The grateful swallow introduced Thumbelina to the king of flowers, who was as small and delicate as she was. They became instant friends, and the king of flowers was enchanted by Thumbelina's grace and sweet smile. It wasn't long before they fell in love, and Thumbelina found her heart's true home among the flowers. In time, Thumbelina and the king of flowers married in a joyous ceremony. She was given wings of her own, and she could fly alongside the birds and butterflies she loved so much. From that day on, Thumbelina lived happily ever after among the flowers, her heart surrounded by the blooming beauty she adored.